bubble screen, right side, clock, Travis running up the sideline. There he goes.
One more time. Neal rams in, touchdown. 3rd and goal. Neal is in, touchdown.
What we just displayed out there, that wasn't us. That was the hype team that went out there from the start to the finish. That was the hype team that went out there and didn't do nothing with it because we start believing the hype. The question is, guys, I'm gonna ask you one last time. Where do you go from here? God bless.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into Coach Prime's Playbook. A privilege, as always, to sit down with the one and only Coach Prime. And you had a really poignant message after that, and you asked him, where do they go from here?
Right.
How have you seen your team respond so far this week?
I'm so proud of these young men because you got an option. You could put your head between your legs and you could just cry yourself a river, or you could just put your head up, put your chin up, and put your fist up and let's go fight. And they've chose to fight, and I'm proud of them. They've been practicing their butt off for the last couple of days. They have that resilient look in their eyes, and they want to finish the right way.
Mm-hmm. As you kind of take a step back and you reflect on that game and one game to go, we always talk about the 24-hour flush it. Is that something you do with this or not?
This one has been a little longer than 24 hours to flush it. I mean, I've been trying to flush that. My analogies are just rolling in my head right now. I've been trying to flush it for a minute right now. Mm-hmm. It's tough because you controlled it. And now you at the mercy of others, and I don't get down like that. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna wish for you to do bad so we could be elevated. I don't like that. I like to take advantage of our opportunity right when we have the chance to.
When you look at this last game, bowl game accepted, and I guess you'll see how guys respond with a game that could be everything on the line, could not, because you need other people's help. How will that message impact maybe if they're here or not next year?
We're not thinking about other teams in the help.
Yeah.
We're not. We're not thinking like that. We're thinking, hey, man, let's go out there and handle our business. And let's go have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Whatever happens, happens. God is in control of that. Let's go out there and handle our business. We don't want to go out there and kick butt, then we're hoping for somebody to lose. That's not proper. I don't like that. I understand that's the way it is, but wishing ill on someone else, I'm not built like that.
Yeah. Let's talk about the news of the day. You talked about taking care of business. Travis Hunter has certainly done that.
Yeah.
Being snubbed for the Jim Thorpe Award.
I'm so
talk
upset.
To me about this?
Yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset. I just come from the press conference, and I told him, he can have mine. I'm not using it anyway, and I'm upset about that. This young man is not arguably, he's the best defensive back in the country.
Yeah.
He shows that he could cover, he could tackle. He won a game by making a tackle for us. And he is rarely tested, rarely tried, and he stood up to prove that he's the best defensive back in college football. How in the world? So you can't assume, okay, he's going to win that award, so he don't need this. But you can't assume that. And you can't punish him because he plays for me. And I don't like that. And I'm literally going to give him my award, straight up.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't even want it no more.
Yeah. What was his reaction?
I don't know if he knows yet.
Okay.
He's probably upset because he don't play for awards. He plays because he loves the game. Yeah. But sometimes it gets disrespectful.
Sure.
And that's just flat out disrespectful. He's going to win the Heisman, I feel. He's going to win other awards, I feel. But don't ostracize him just because, of the package he's wrapped up in or where he derives from. Yeah. That's not fair.
Yeah, that is something we simply hate to see.
Right.
Terrible. Other things we hate to see was what was a completely vicious hit on Shedeur Sanders in that game. I mean, that could have been career-ending.
True.
Thank God it wasn't. Can you tell me your reaction as a father at that time, as a coach, when you see that happen?
Honestly, I seen our training staff running on the field, and I was yelling at them not to, because I didn't want him to come out of play. Because we're in the midst of the drive. I'm thinking football, and I know him. I know him. I know he's going to get up. So, and his feet weren't planted.
Yeah.
So he just did a flip and probably scared him a little bit. But I'm like, please, we don't need you, the training staff, to run out there and we have to now take you out of play. Okay, come on. Like, I'm thinking football because I know him like a book. I know when he's hurt. You got to understand, when we were in Jackson, he got hit one time, and I went in the little tent with him. Look at, man, get out this tent and let's go. And he just bust out laughing in the tent. And went out there and handed the ball off with the wrong hand, as showing me I can't do it. So I said, all right, you can come on out of there now.
All right. Big picture question. So you took over this program. They had one win. You got 4 wins last year, 8 right now, more on the way,
That's right.
wins possibly. When you reflect, how proud are you of what you've built so far?
Well, we're not proud yet because it's not over. We feel as though we have 2 more games, possibly more. We have a bowl game for Miss Peckett that we want to win as well, and our dogs are going to play, so they're not going to exit out. I don't feel.
Okay.
But it's something that we're doing. It's not me. It's something that we're doing with the staff, with this support that we have in Boulder and all around the country. We've done some tremendous things, but we're not done yet. And early on, you could run it back. I said, last year was a year of hope. This year was a year of expectation. And the reason people are hurting now because of the expectation that we have to go out there and not only compete, but to win.
Absolutely. Speaking of expectations, you got a true freshman that's certainly living up to them. We're going to talk to him on the other side and get to know him. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Inside the red zone for Shedeur Sanders, who took a big hit just a moment ago, and he feeds it in for Miller. It's a touchdown, Colorado.
Well, welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook, and we're excited to sit down with Drelon Miller today. First and foremost, I want to clarify, because everybody's been calling you Drelon. Can you tell us how to pronounce your name?
It's Drelon.
Drelon, okay. See, but you're too nice to correct
when you
everybody.
make plays, it's Drelon.
Okay.
If you're not making plays, it's Drelon.
Okay.
So you know.
Well, you are making plays, so we're going to go with Drelon.
Drelon.
And, the first thing I want to talk to you about is Prime talks about this all the time. If you're a freshman here, you're expected to play. But it seems like you have to keep repeating that narrative because people don't necessarily believe it. What, for you, was the message coming in here as a true freshman?
You just got to work. He always preached about it all the time.
Yeah.
Whatever you want in life, you just got to work for it. So with that receiver in mind, it wasn't easy at all just to get on that field. I had to compete for a spot. So just competing, learning with them guys, learning everything I can, I just try to excel at that.
The best thing was he got a head start because I'm at the crib and Shedeur's throwing on the field we have at home in Texas, and I see him out there, and I want to see how he moves, how he goes. I'm like, okay, he's a little young. He got to use his arms a little more, keep his shoulders down. But he was working. He was working with the older guys, so he never ceased to work. And then he's versatile. He's not just a receiver out wide. He could play the slot. He could play in the backfield. He could get in wildcat if we want him. I mean, he could do so many things. So it's just a blessing that we have a coach in Pat that could put him in different places so he could maximize his moments.
So when you were working with Shedeur, when was this, in the summer? When was that?
Oh, summertime.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much did you feel like that helped you?
I feel like it helped a lot. Just the thing we worked on a lot was just placement, where he wants it to be at this time when he's in his progression. So, just getting the little things right.
What have you learned being in probably the best wide receiver room in the country, right? You got Travis, you got LeJohntay, you got Jimmy. What have you learned from all these guys?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot from each individual player, just their specialties. We all special in our own way. So just to learn from them, I just love it all.
Something that was pretty awesome was you, Cash Cleveland, and Jordan Seaton did was it the Spider-Man pose that you guys did? You guys collectively knowing that as freshmen you're making this impact and now next year you'll have an even bigger role. What's the relationship with the three of you?
I feel like we have a great relationship, a great bond. We're not freshmen anymore. Coaches always said we know what we got to do to win. We know what it takes, so we just got to continue doing that.
He never shies away from the competition. He's not crying about the ball. He's not tardy at practice. He's not lazy at practice. And he takes criticism. It ain't like Jay Field don't get on the receivers. Like he gets on, Coach Phillips gets on the receivers.
Yeah.
But he's not putting his tail between his legs and he's pouting and none of that. He comes to play and comes to practice every day. That's why he's found himself in certain packages. He has his own package name. Like he's like something with Drelon. He got his own name. I remember those days, it was like such and such with Prime. Like I have my own packages. He has his own packages that he's the main guy and the focal point when we run his packages on the field.
You were a really good hooper in high school as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we've seen the video of Travis hooping. Who's the best basketball player on the team?
Oh, no, we just go out to, we got some hoopers on this team.
I know, but everybody thinks they always think they're the best hooper. So
True.
I think we just got to do a big old tournament after we win these couple of games. We got to just do a big old tournament.
You see how his thought process is?
I love it.
He's thinking once we win.
I love it.
And the thing about it, once you get a young man like this who comes from a great home, comes from great parenting, and he understands the work ethic of it all. And he understands how we work, how we show up, how we're early, not tardy, how we do things. Now it's on him to teach this new group of receivers that's coming in for the bowl game and the practice. He's gonna say, "No, dog, we don't wear that now. We don't wear that at the practice. That ain't. It's on him to take over from then on."
Are you looking forward to that opportunity to have a bigger leadership role?
Oh, most definitely. Next year, I feel like, well, not even next year. Next month, I feel like I'll be the leader in the receiver room. So just taking ownership of that and leading the guys.
Absolutely. Well, Drelon, it's been so fun seeing you your freshman season. We can't wait to see what's next year and next month and here on forward. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck against Oklahoma State.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we got to take a break, and that's what we'll do next. We will preview the Cowboys who are coming into town. We'll be right back.
Gordon. There's the All-American. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Smith keeps. Smith, a straight arm, and a touchdown. Smith bouncing, firing. It's a dart, and Owens carrying defenders in for a touchdown.
All right, welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook. Time now for Who's Next. You see they're getting that field. It's almost ready for a Friday game. And Who's Next is the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who are struggling this season. We'll take a look. They're 3-8. They've lost 8 in a row. You know what? They are next to last in the nation in yards allowed. But kind of surprising because, of course, they've got the legendary Mike Gundy. And, of course, he is not deterred by the Cowboys' struggles this season.
There ain't no way that the old lady's letting me retire, if that's what you're asking. Right. Well, yeah. I have as much energy now as I did when I took this job. And most of you guys think I'm crazy, which I am. When I get up in the morning at about 5:30, I start thinking about football. And even though we're in a really tough situation here that we haven't been in 18 years, I'm excited to come to work tomorrow and try to find a way to beat Colorado.
You know, they don't make him like Mike Gundy too much.
Him. But I love him. You got. How can you not like Mike Gundy?
Absolutely.
How can, as a coach, do you not appreciate his longevity, his career, and what he's brought to that university? I truly love Mike Gundy.
Well, and this will he's been a staple of success. Yeah. Everybody thinks of Mike Gundy. It's only going to be his second losing season in Stillwater.
Is that incredible, man?
It is incredible.
That is incredible.
Right. And you know, with a guy like that this team wants to find a way to finish strong. How serious do you take an opponent like this?
You take every opponent serious, but you, especially coming off a loss, you really take it serious because they think you're vulnerable, and you're at the crib. You're at the crib on during a post-holiday. Like, come on, fellas. Yeah. Come on. We got everybody and your mama here for this game. Let's go out and do what we do. But I love him. He's going to have his group ready to play, and they're not going to come out soft. I promise you that.
Defensively, we know that Kansas game was not a good game for your defense.
It was
horrible. How are they looking to rebound for this one?
Well, they got to stop the run. We got to go out there and stop the run. That's the emphasis. We know they're going to try to run the ball because when they run the ball, they do what? They keep Shedeur off the field for getting the ball up and down the field. And that's what they did. I think time of possession was like 41 minutes to 19 minutes last week. We can't have that. That's not who we are. That's not indicative of how we play football. We got to stop the run, and I promise you they're going to come off the bus running the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I saw this right here, I know it was some bull junk. Like, you know right then and there, because we don't miss tackles. We don't jog to the ball. That's not how we play the game. See, missed tackles. That's not how, another missed tackle. That's not how we play the game. We're going to correct that, I promise you.
When you say that, I think that was the thing that was kind of surprising. This is not the Buffs defense that we know. Have the players talked about why that happened?
Well, things just happen sometimes when you take things for granted and you think you can just walk out there and just because you have on a Buffs uniform, everybody's going to lay down for you. No, it's going to be totally opposite. Teams are going to play us like it's a championship game, and all of them do. And we got to respect that.
What's the status of Philip Houston? Is he going to be able to go?
No, he's out. He's out. He's done for the season. Praying for him right now. McNeil, Amari is out as well. We got an opportunity to get Jimmy back. Praying that he could play in his final home game. And who else? Everybody else I think is okay.
Okay, well, that's good. But we wish both of them well, and glad everyone else is healthy. Hopefully we get Jimmy back.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take one more break. On the other side, we're going to talk about what's going to be hopefully a very memorable Friday for a lot of seniors who are heading out after this.
Drop to throw, quick throw left side, it is picked off, and this one's going for a touchdown. Shedeur Sanders sets, throws it downfield into the end zone, makes the grab high in the air, touchdown.
The arm Shilo's coming forward. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Shedeur Sanders. Walker knocked it free. It's a touchdown.
And now decides to run off to his right, and he waltzes into the end zone from 4 yards out. Shedeur Sanders.
Well, welcome back into Coach Prime's Playbook, and it's going to be a memorable Friday at Folsom Field because this is the last home game that you're going to play with your 3 sons. Notice I said 3, right?
True.
We include Trav in there. I know there's a bowl game, but
Yeah.
thinking that this is your last home game that you're going to play or coach with these 3, well, what does that mean
Well,
to you?
you don't really think about it
Yeah.
because it's not the last game.
Yeah.
I think the last game, it'll kind of touch all of us, Bucky included, you know. But right now, we're not even thinking about it. We're not even talking about it. I know we got to shoot a final scene for the documentary with all of us together. But it's going to be interesting, truly.
It's going to be senior day, but Travis has said he's going to the NFL. Will he be
Yeah.
honored as well on Friday?
He should,
Okay.
but you never know. You never know how the NFL acts.
Yeah.
You know, if that certain team don't want to allow him to do what he does, you know, you never know what he may do.
Ooh, that's a teaser.
Yeah.
Keep thinking about it. For everybody else who it is their last game, and you've said it could be their last call, their last
right.
time ever playing at Folsom
That's
Field.
the thing.
What's your message?
I just want these guys to not only prepare themselves emotionally for this last game, but this may be the last game. You're talking about the last game here, but it may be the last game for some of them. Truly, we have a bowl game. But they got to start shifting their minds. The guys that know there may not be an NFL opportunity or a professional opportunity in sports, they got to start shifting their mind to understand that they still could be an asset to society. They still could be an asset to the community. They still could be a great father, a great mentor. They still could just be whoever they are predestined to be, especially with a degree, because most of our seniors, they're already degreed up.
Well, the journey doesn't stop here. Unfortunately, the show has to. Coach, a privilege as always.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll see you on Friday here in Boulder.